Few months ago appeared this report on TV channels and newspapers around the world. The big controversy of this information was because the Arkansas government ran out without budget to buy more lethal injections, and those they had will be expired soon. Therefore, the government decided to carry out the most of the death sentences that exist in Arkansas. As a result, the population started to manifest their displeasure to this decision and was considered a murder marathon. Good morning, members of the jury, teachers, and classmates. My name is Claudia Andrade. I am from 3rd grade C, and in relationship with the previous introduction, today I'm going to talk about the capital punishment through the question, justice or social revenge? The points to discuss in this presentation include several ones like history, where it's legal, in which cases can be applied, points to favor, against, and conclusions. Starting with this part, we could see the ancient age, that the objective in this time of history was to impose more suffering to the condemned through the torture of the murder, like we could see in the picture. In the Middle Age was the same objective, but was it characteristic that the Inquisition used this method to punish the heretics and witches. In the modern age, the kind of execution was faster and less painful. The guillotine, for example, was the effective, faster, and the symbol of the French Revolution. Nowadays, the ways to execute somebody is faster and without torture, like the lethal injections, used popularly in United States. Where is legal? Well, in the blue zones, the capital punishment was abolished, and countries like Canada appear in this list. In the green parts, it can be applied, but it just in crimes executed in time of war. Like we can see here, our country appear in this zone, and it's worth mentioning that Chile abolished the capital punishment in 2001. In the orange zones, these sentences exist, but it's not applied. And finally, in the red zones, this sentence can be applied for a variety of crimes. In this part, we can find countries like USA, China, and etc. In which cases can be applied? For example, China highlights for being the leader on the ranking list of the death sentences, with more than 1,000 convicts executed per year. In this country, you can be condemned if you do things like aggravated murder, drug trafficking, bribery. In Saudi Arabia, for example, they use this method to punish the crimes, like manifestation against the government, terrorism, drug trafficking. USA is an emblematic country if we consider the death penalty. In this country, you can be condemned if you do things like different kinds of murder, terrorism, and spying. Points to favor. The justice reason said 8 for 8, tooth for tooth, just like a justice reason and an opinion of popular, because the necessity of expiation must be equal to the crime committed. This point is very important because the people think that the convict will escape, or when they serve their sentences, can again commit another crime. As a social example, the people think that the sentence cannot really happen if you do things like a crimes committed with this sentence. In favor, in Guatemala recently there has been protests to favor the restoration of the death penalty as a sentence for crimes like murder. Against reasons. The justice reason said if the crime belongs to the human nature, the law is not intended to imite or reproduce such nature. It is made to correct it. So that means that if the criminal do things wrong, the law is not intended to punish in the same way. The law is made to correct that the person do. As a social example, this point is not really proved, so it's not completely true. In relationship with the social example mentioned previously. As the victim opinion point is very important because if the victim doesn't want his offender to be killed through this method, his opinion is not considered. Amnesty is an international organization that fights against the capital punishment around the world. Finally, let me remind you some of the issues we have covered about the topic. The capital punishment has existed together the human history. And the death sentences have been polemic because of a different point of view. As a personal opinion, I would like to say that the capital punishment is not the solution because everyone deserves a new chance to be a better person. Before finishing this presentation, I would like to invite you to reflect. Capital punishment, justice or social revenge? There is more resources, and the most important is amnesty.org. Thanks for your attention.